I'm not sure how else to say it. Fujifilm may have just launched their best lens to date.
But God might be on vacation, and the promised land ain't never promised. My baby telling me to be patient, but the devil always working overnight, my darling.
Good morning and welcome to the channel. If it is your first time here, bonjour. On this channel, you'll find a ton of content around the gear that I use, the software, the techniques, all the stuff that comes together for my professional photography. My work takes me all over the world to meet some new people and create some of the most interesting pieces I've ever made. The goal is to take all of these experiences and share them with you with the hope that you can make a better buying decision, you can improve your craft, and ultimately just go out and create. As some of you know, I like to take my sweet ass time with my reviews and put together some great visuals to go along with my final thoughts so that those who are looking to buy the product in question feel like they're armed with valuable information. These first impression videos serve as more of a qualifier and overview, where I'm just looking to point out the notable features that stuck out to me. So before one of you no profile picture khaki wearing avatars decide to comment and say, I want to see more pictures, chill. Okay, chill. Woosah. Take it easy. You can look forward to plenty more gems in the full review. Now, let's find out why this lens may be the best one that Fujifilm has ever made for their X mount. The Fujifilm 18mm F1.4 has an equivalent focal length of about 27mm and fits into that journalist street photography perspective, which should automatically pique the interest of many Fujifilm shooters. The wide aperture means you'll be able to get great shots in lower light situations, but what really should get your attention is the integration of a linear motor. Now, that's not the only thing, but this lens focuses stupid quick, and well, it feels like the fastest focusing lens I've ever used from Fujifilm. Maybe that's a little recency bias, but it has to be up there. There's a darting nature to how this lens locks in to point and highlight the subject that I want that I had to actually slow down my focusing speed when using this for video. Those that fancy shooting from the hip or draw their camera up like the man with no name should feel a bit more confidence with their lens by their side. While it's not as portable as the f2.0 cousin, this lens isn't that big. It feels like holding half a water bottle, and at 370 grams, it may moderately shift your center of gravity of your camera forward, but not much. It has a 62mm filter size with the option to have a special lens hood. Keep in mind though, this is not the same one that you'll find for the 16mm f1.4 because that one is bigger. You also get weather sealing, which feels like a must-have on any modern lens nowadays. Seriously, you can't be a major manufacturer and not include weather sealing on your lenses anymore. All of this makes the XF 18mm 1.4 a very compelling product, but it doesn't stop there. Built into this lens is 3 aspherical elements instead of the typical 1 or 2 you'd find in many other offerings. What this means is that your images are going to be very sharp, especially when you get to the corners at wider apertures. And in my early tests, this may be the best for the X mount system in terms of image quality. Even wide open, the corners are pretty damn good. All in all, this lens has me impressed very early, but how does it perform in the field? I'll save most of my opinions for the full review, and for those of you wondering how this compares to the 16mm f1.4, don't worry, I have a video that will focus solely on that. With respect to how this lens feels, well, it feels really good. The size of it makes it easy to manipulate and won't overpower your kit when it's mounted on your camera. The aperture ring moves with relative ease and doesn't have the resistance you'd find in the 90mm f2.0. The manual focusing ring is also a bit on the looser side, allowing users to quickly shift focus when they need to, though I wish it had a little more resistance to it. but again, it might be my personal preference. Another small thing I like is the aperture ring has hard stop at 16. You have to click to go into A mode, where the aperture can be controlled automatically or via one of the command dials. You have to click to engage or exit this mode. And it's a small feature that makes a big difference in the field. Again, I'll look to dive into more details as I take this lens on more productions, but overall, the feeling right now is that this lens feels good to use, delivers remarkable results, and may be a must-have lens for fans of this focal length. And there you have it, my first impressions of the 18mm f1.4. I'm having a ton of fun using this piece of glass, and I can't wait to share more of my thoughts in some upcoming videos. If you're not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and help support the journey so we can reach more creators. Oh, and be sure to let me know what you'd like to learn about this lens in the comments below so I can look to include that in the full review. As always, my name's Gadgen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.